Good afternoon. The weather sucks. It's raining out. I want Wellington. How about you? Let's do it. Alright, so a few weeks back we had a big old pork belly I cut in half. I pre-cooked both sides, vacuum sealed one, and froze it. Now we're going to bring it back up to temperature in my little Breville oven to get it out of the danger zone. We'll figure out what we're going to do after that. Alright, so while that's heating up, let's make the duck sill. Got a good sized package of mushrooms. I'm not going to go the super sophisticated way and be choppy chop with the knife. No, we're not going to go there. We will use this and create magic. Alright, let's bake this turd down. Might have overdone it with this, but that's okay, like I said. Or like I've said before. It can be used for other things. You know, if you're doing good stuff in a pork chop with this or something, or some chicken breasts or chicken thighs, you just add a little cracker to them. You know, no big deal. Alright, follow on. Alright, for anybody who doesn't know, the name of the game is get the moisture out of the mushrooms. It'll probably be up here at a simmer, steaming off for probably a good half hour, 20 minutes. We're making the duck sill. So here shortly I'll probably chop up, I don't know, about a tablespoon of shallot and get that up and in here too, until these dry out. And you can do these in advance. Use half the shallot. This thing's huge. Alright. I'm gonna get this fine, but I don't need it too fine. A lot of that's gonna break down in that duck sill anyway, so I'm not worried. I think that'll do just perfectly. Remember guys, less tears, sharper knife. Started learning up a lot of that on a knife sharpening show I used to watch called Perfection. Highly recommend it. Great show. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, well, we're starting to evaporate some moisture. Still got a little ways to go though. I already added the shallots in there. We'll soften them up a little bit. I get most of that moisture down. I'm going to give it a little shot of white cooking wine. Just a little bit. A tablespoon or so. Cook that back off and probably season these up and let them sit aside and cool. Alright, let's give this a little drink of white wine. Just regular cooking wine, guys. You don't have to use anything special. Steam that off, and yeah, once this is dry enough, I'm just going to shut it off and set it aside. Let it cool down a bit. And while we're at it, we can add a little salt and pepper, a little fresh cracked pepper. There we go. Jeez, hold on. Didn't want to give any up. Yeah. Alright, let's get this prosciutto lined up. This stuff is extremely delicate, which isn't probably a great thing for me because, yeah, I don't have very much finesse. So we will try to get a good spread on this. I was only going to use one set of it originally, but this one's kind of a wee bit sticky. So I figure I use the whole set, both sides, and I can make up for the little holes that are being produced. A little bit of an overlap, so we can make it work. It'll be fine. All right, we got that duck sill to surrender. Ooh, looks like poop, but it smells amazing. So let's see if we can get this spread out nicely. Oh yeah, no, it's going to cooperate this time. I cheat with mine. I've heard of people using a crepe. Heard that from what's his name? That Nick D.D.C. Whenever I've watched Gordon, I'm pretty sure he just goes meat straight to the duxelle. Since I'm using pork belly, something that might give off even more moisture, what I like to do, like I did it the last time, is I actually use a lavish bread. It's almost like a tortilla. It didn't affect the flavor in a negative way whatsoever, but it did create a nice barrier to actually hold moisture in. So when you use the crepe, apparently it's to help absorb the moisture. I don't want it to absorb the moisture. I want to cut into that thing and have a nice juicy experience while still having a nice crispy, flaky exterior. Now, I have not actually used the pastry yet. Last time around I used a pie crust. I made one for my son. He wanted to try it with a croissant, which actually worked out really good, by the way. It just didn't cook on the bottom as well as I would have liked it to. It was still a little doughy. But this is the first time I'm actually going to use the pastry, and I'll have all three versions to compare and determine which one I like the most. Alright, let me set this aside for a quick minute. I got to grab that pork belly and we'll go to the next phase. Alright, so here we have it. We have our little pork belly, which is already heated back up. The thing I'm trying to figure out is how I want to actually go about this. Because I have a little bit of a high spot right here. So I think what I'm going to do is do like a stack with this. But I need to get rid of some of my high spots and I need to square this off, which is fine by me because that means I get to snack while I'm waiting for this to finish. So I'm going to pop off that little bit. Take off a high spot right here. I'm not really worried about the seasoning because of the way these are actually going to be interconnected. Ooh, lucky, lucky. Go on, focus, you turd. Anyways, it's juicy. It's lovely. Oh, wow, that's a nice zoom. Yeah, I'm not worried about the seasoning because I'm literally going to be lapping these two together. So, it should work out. There we go. Had to give it the old reach around. Anyways, super shiny, super juicy. My lighting's really bad over here. Anyways, so what I'm basically going to be doing is doing this. Stacking them. Okay? Or I could do it like this. I don't know. I'm thinking stacking them would probably work a little bit better. I just need to figure out which one I want on the bottom. Oh, there we go. I think we've already done figured it out. Yep, that'll work. Alright, let's get to the roll station. Alright, let's see if we can get this stacked right. And I'm pretty sure old Ramsey would consider this an abomination, but that's the beauty about being such a baby channel. You'll probably never see it. You know what I say? Jimmy Crack Corner and I don't care. It's your own house, your own world. Make it your own thing, man. You've got no rules to follow. Alright, let's see if we can get this rolled. Nope, ain't gonna work out the way I want it. Shift it down a little bit. This is not gonna chill that long. I'm just literally gonna be chilling it for, shoot, I don't know, not very long. Because I don't want to put the pork into a danger temperature. It's currently about 135, believe it or not, so it's pretty warm still, but yeah. Alright, let's get that last little turn. Come on. Work with me, damn it. Plastic. Oh, I see what's going on. Plastic's getting stuck underneath the legs of the camera. I didn't leave myself enough room to close the ends of this. Alright, we're going to shut the camera off and I'm going to pretend like I actually know what I'm doing. Alright, next up, puff pastry time. Just like I said, I have really no clue how this is going to work out. I haven't done this variety of it before. Yeah, I'm sure the mighty Wellington, part of its mystique is its patience and delicacies and everything in between it. Remember, none of us, well, at least most of us, at least most people watching this show, probably not a 4-star chef anyways. So, you know, what the hell, do your thing. I think we're going to go that way. Yeah, we just throw stuff in the sink around here. No big deal. I think what I probably should have done too was brushed on some of the egg wash underneath, but I noticed this pastry, it's hot as hell in my kitchen right now. The pastry was already starting to stick to the cutting board, so to be crystal clear, that's why we kind of sped this up. It wasn't to prove a point, it was get to it right now or restart a whole nother thing of pastry. So yeah, whatever, we did what we did. Like I said, this is for my home. This isn't for Gordon Ramsay. You doing it? You know, so I don't feel too bad about it. Let's get some flaky salt on it, huh? I mean, you know this is a prestigious salt when you're keeping it in a Ziploc bag. You know? Ooh-wee. Now, basically with this one, I want to see if this does better than the pie crust version. I did that, I don't know, a few months ago. Didn't really get many views. Hopefully this one does a little bit better. You know, around the subject. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe too. It'd be nice to actually build this channel up. You know what I mean? Alright, let's get this thing into my mini stove. Yeah. Alright, moment of truth. Didn't forget too much this time. I did accidentally forget to do the mustard. Oh well, we'll live. Like I said. Some people probably wouldn't want it on there anyways. Holy shit, this is hot. Alright, fingers crossed. Oh yeah. Yep, get behind that. Move that camera a little closer. Look at that. Oh man. Definitely got the nice crispy crust. I'll flick dough at the camera. But she's losing juice quick, so she's going to make the bottom of that a little bit soggy. But you know what? It's all for show for that first cut, isn't it now? So, let's get a cut, let's get a bite, and let's wrap this up, huh? Alright, well, I tell you what, when you're able to plate it, you're doing pretty good. You know, I made a little bit of a gravy last night for something totally different. And hell, I'm going to use that as my, like a demi-glaze, I suppose, for this. Yeah, what do you think? Think it looks delish? Alright, see what we got. Ooh. Definitely flaky. I like that. That's phenomenal. Whoa. Like I said before, stuff like this, I just drooled to myself. Stuff like this is going to get me in trouble. My God. That is so rich. That should be outlawed. So yeah, I understand not everything can be called the Wellington. Because, I mean, that was a dish that was made, you know, a couple hundred years ago. For one specific person. So, I mean, calling it a Wellington's probably breaking about 20 rules. So, what the hell? It's called a turtle shell. That is amazing. And it didn't leak through the pastry. Like I said, last time I didn't even use a pastry, but this is astonishing. Oh. One of these days I got to try it with the actual Chateaubriand. But today's not that day and it's way out of my budget. Give me a whole crap ton of likes and maybe we can do it, huh? Alright. Thanks for coming to d.D.c. and, like usual, definitely make this. See ya.